Okay then, now that this is fixed, let's hope it works properly, instead of being annoying. Nothing over here. The main thing that's gonna happen today is, for design at least, is wondering where things are gonna go. Really, it already crashed. Well, I haven't gotten a notification. Because I literally just turned off stream, turned off the internet, turned back on the internet. So, I'm hoping that it works. I haven't gotten any notifications that it's completely screwed yet. Oh my god, those dogs need to calm down. Great, yeah, send them over here. That's exactly what I want here. Hopefully the stream works though. Otherwise, how are you, Phantom? Every time I hear Phantom, I just think of, the character, the Phantom, from, Ancient Comics. Okay, good to know. Cough. But yeah, like, Phantom is, like, so, like, I know that it's old, like, it's a boomer comic, but it's actually really cool. Like, it's like, what if Batman was more realistic, the character? Like, that's the entire point of the Phantom. And I think he came out before Batman. So Batman's probably loosely based. Well, actually, Batman's more of a detective. Phantom is more of just a guy who does shit. Kind of two different professions. Yeah, that's what most people do these days. Don't even know who that is. There we go. So the money trees are growing in now. We're gonna have flowers and money trees and all the good stuff. So we need to get out fencing, flooring, some more of these trees. Because obviously this is where my house is on the island. It's like pretty grand, but like I just kind of needed to fill the space out, and I was like, how do I do that? Right, we forgot to, we can't even build another bridge because that one's still, yeah, we really just played a lot of Generations Ultimate yesterday, Jesus. My lord, that dog is the Yapinator. Man, I can't wait for the FNAF 2 movie, and they're like, oh my god, it's the guy of the purple. And they're like, Nunny? Yeah, so we now have another crab model. Which is good for us, because we're collecting, we only need a minimum one of each. Okay, so what you do, it's hard to verbally say it, but I will, is you just do it. Nah, so what I do is, you get, like, the pile of cards, and then you take a part of it, like, you half it, and then you put it at the bottom at a diagonal angle, and then you put it in, and you just do that 20,000 times, and then you're done. Because that way it's actually cutting multiple cards into the deck instead of just placing them in the same order. Like in the anime, they literally shuffle in a way that they can literally just like make the hands they want. It's really funny. Which probably explains a lot, let's be honest. Right, I forgot to grab the things I wanted. Also, like, in Yu-Gi-Oh, you pretty much just, like, shuffle it 2 times. Like, you do what I said 2 times, and then you're done. And then you give it to your opponent cuts the deck, and then you just continue on with your life. Zen, Brick, and I think that's it, right? It should be. My lord, those dogs need to calm the hell down. They're like, I'm bored, no, I'm bored, no, I'm bored. Yeah. I haven't played a, like, physical game of Yu-Gi-Oh! In such a long time. I do like, I have, like, pre-badass Goblin Biker, I have those cards for Goblin Biker. I just don't have the, new, cards. Hello! We are finally able to fix this fence. There we go. Man, the only game, like, video game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I ever really loved was Over the Nexus. That one was, like, actual peak. Because in that one, you literally buy booster packs that are, like, legitimate booster packs. So, like, at the end of the game, you're, like, buying absolute power force and stuff, and it's like, oh, damn. Making sure to mute myself whenever I need to cough. That's a truck outside. Yeah. But how's everyone going? Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. I cannot wait to this weekend. I'm gonna be busy, so I'm not gonna be able to stream. So on the Friday for me, which is in counting today, 3 days. You mean for Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime? Because in terms of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, I have said this with a friend before. My favorites are probably, what is it? It would go something like GX, Zexal, Vrains, and then a probably original Yu-Gi-Oh! And then it would be 5D. 5Ds and then Arc 5. I haven't seen Go Rush, so... If you're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Otherwise, I do not know what what's going on. Money flooring. What a freaking, like, silly thing that is. No, Duel Monster is the original. So, like, my least favorite anime is Arc 5, and the reason why is maybe actually it's 5Ds. It's hard to say, because 5Ds and Arc 5 both fail to have good endings. And the characters also are kind of meh. Like, Jack Atlas is really cool. Akiz is really cool. Like, there's a lot of characters who are really cool in Arc 5, but the problem is that, like, a lot of the time, characters either don't get to do anything because, oh, the main character needs to do something, or something like that, and it really dampens the plot. In GX, obviously, that's, like, the biggest issue, is that Jaden or Judai, depending on your persuasion, is just the one who always wins. But then there's, like, a massive character arc with that, and that's what I really like, is when Yu-Gi-Oh! Animes really focus on having this, like, huge character arc for their characters, where it fully kind of, like, transforms the show into something new. The thing with Zexal is that the first... Okay, Zexal's kind of like... I don't know if people have watched this anime, but it's like Kill la Kill. In Kill la Kill, the first, like, half of it is, like, slice of life. They're doing shit. Typical shonen, like... Oh, you have to battle me if you want this to happen, and then the person's like, well, shit, I guess I gotta fight. But then in the second half, it's like, oh my god, now the plot's really happening, and it's really sick. And that's what I kind of feel like for Zexal. The first half of Zexal is really supposed to focus on building up the characters. And for a series where everyone always says, oh, the protagonist always cheats his way to win. Like, Yuma's the only protagonist who starts off as, like, an actual noob. And then, because of his friendships and the people he chooses to be with, actually learns to be a really good duelist. Which is, it's like Joey. It's literally like, what if Joey became the protagonist of the story? It's actually really sick. Because, you know, like, every single time, like, Joey was on screen, you're like, oh, yeah, let's have him win, and then he battled Marek, and then everyone was like, well, I guess he loses. The hell? That's awesome. What? Oh. Well, that's cool. I was so excited for half a second. But, yeah, Vrains also has extremely good character development. Because at the end of the day, I don't really care. Oh, frick, I forgot about, I had rocks on me. Well, I guess we'll just bust these rocks then. But, I care far more about the actual characters than, oh, I like this one because it has, like, I don't know, elemental heroes. Like, I'm not really that kind of person when it comes to the anime. Like, it's cool to see cards that are cool, but at the same time, I care so much more about, like, actually watching a good show. So yeah, that's my opinion on Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. I will say that it's generally a lot better than, like, Beyblade and other animes like that. Like, Pokemon anime is obviously also really good. But there's a lot of other ones that try to do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon and just fail. Yep. Well, there's a Blue Eye Structure deck that came out recently that's literally really good. Where you get to play, like, Blue Eyes, and it's the good. And it's only, like, for Americans, it would be $10 per structure deck. So it's, like, cool. That's just fossils. I would love to make more videos of Yu-Gi-Oh! On my channel, but Master Duel is fairly expensive. Ah, I see. Hopefully we find some Pachycephalosaurus. I hate it when they reprint a bunch of stun cards. It's like, ah yes, let's give them more. Damn, everything is like not what I want. Legacy of the Duelist doesn't have all the cards, so it's like not really worth it. I do want to do challenge runs of, what is it called? The game I said. Yeah, Blazing Wolf does, a few things like that. And Wing It does, like, not Yu-Gi-Oh! I think, but does other things like that, so I definitely could. The problem is, like, Blazing, like, streams a whole lot. So it's like, yeah. Like, I only stream for like an hour or two, and then I'm like, okay, so let's sit down and record 85 episodes of freaking Mario or something. God, I don't want to go back to Mario 64. I'm gonna have to do a wing cap stage soon. God, how I hate those. But, I do really want to do more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, because I do really like it. It's just hard to, like, oh, let's make a deck in Master Duel that's like 95 URs, or like, let's play Mech Lord in Master Duel. What's that? Everything's a UR for no reason? Well, like, I think Alien is the best example. Alien is like absolutely hot trash, but for some reason, like, almost all the cards are like URs and stuff. Because obviously they had to fill the packs with URs at some point, like they have to have, I think it's 4 URs in every pack at the minimum. So they're like, well, we have like 3 reptile packs. One of them has to be alien. Like, what the hell do we do with the others? And thus problems were born. Yeah, thankfully I have my Switch. I can stream from my Switch. I'm not sure if I want to do Monster Hunter streams, because I don't know if people would actually be interested in that. Yeah. I don't really get those 100-day videos, like, if I did that for Animal Crossing, like, it's probably just me and how I do videos. Sadly, no, I cannot do something about that dog. That dog, the Gertie, will just continue to be a pain. God, I wish that we could do something about that dog. Like, most shriek voice ever. They're probably like, I want to go outside, and Mom's like, no, you're not going outside. And then they're like, well, I'm gonna be a pain. It's like, great. But yeah, I wanted to do Over the Nexus challenge runs where it's like reptiles only. That's a really long game. Like, it's far longer than something like, what's that PS1 game that doesn't even play like Yu-Gi-Oh? Whatever that one is. The one that's like notoriously hard. That isn't Reshef. Like, that one is like only, like, if you're playing well enough, like, that's like a 10-hour recording session. Roundabout. Like, depending on grind, obviously. But like, literally Over the Nexus has like a 45-hour campaign. Oh, it's the Great Wart from good old Mario 2. Hello, Tomno. Only 8,000. That's crazy. I thought it was. What game am I? Like, was it? I swear it was originally 30,000 to move like one of the main buildings, and it was 10,000 to move a villager home. But like, it's only 10,000 to move everything. It's like, what? I swear it was more expensive. Actually, my lord, what are they yapping about? Oh god, like, the most annoying thing is when I'm recording videos. Yeah, it's really early for you. Let me imagine it. Yeah, so I have to move all of that down one. But it could work anyway. Okay, so now that that's fixed, the thing is for a lot of these areas, like, I am kind of like, yeah, like, other than like maybe a little thing or two, most of them are done. Obviously, I want something to do here. It's probably just going to be fences and stuff. How much money do I have on me? I have enough to put in some orders, so I might do that. True. There were so many games I tried to record. Pokemon was the key example where I tried really hard every episode to be energetic and lively and just not bored. But Pokemon's one of those games where it's 95% grind, and then the rest of it is just, and yeah, and then we beat the Pokemon, and it's like, how do you make that interesting? Which is why I haven't played the Pokemon Emerald in so long. Also because I'm just sick of grinding Pokemon. Like, as much as the older games are really fun and cool, like, I think Gen 5 has the same problem, but also not at the same time. Oh wait, I don't need to go here. 2 people have said that. My own mother. It's meant to just be cute. I like white hair characters in like animes and shows and stuff. But the white in this game isn't like the white that's stylish. I might change the color of the hair, but like, yeah. Oh crap, the Nintendo Switch is there. KK's song, which is pretty cool. Now then, I would like myself 2 pipes. Oh, I don't even have the money. Yeah, I can like probably just change my like whatever it is. Like legit, like actually nothing can be done because the dog just yaps at everything. Like, it's a yappy dog. Oh my god, why does it do this? Let's see if there's a noise gate. maybe that will work, hopefully. I added a noise suppression to it, so hopefully there'll be less of that. Well, you see, the thing with me is life has given me so many terrible things that at this point it is easier to just smile and laugh than it is to constantly dread about what's gonna happen next. Because it's like, at some point there's gonna be a good amount of luck. At some, like at some point, you know, things are gonna go wrong, but at the end of the day, like, who cares? Oh, but they do get, I pet them a lot. We have a younger lady called Gertie. She's the one who was barking. And then we have a older, not too old, but older than Gertie dog called Pookie. I did not choose the names for either of these dogs. And that one's grumpy all the time. What, is the Pokemon trying to be cute? Yeah, like, no, not cuteness. Maybe I'll have like a fence around here, like a don't fall in kind of fence. Now the only question for me really is how we're gonna do this. We'll have to see how that goes later, I think. So one thing's being moved, we need to build the bridge, and then the bridge will come in tomorrow, so I can't even build a new bridge or something today. Ah, positivity. Yeah, the only thing to do now is just earn money, I guess. Now we just need to talk to one more villager and we'll be good. Let's see who's at their homes. And let's hope that Colton is. Because Colton we need a DIY from. God damn it, Colton. Is that even, I think this is Mira's house? Man, this person is just like... This person is the epitome of like, please separate your work and like, personal life. But like, they just did not take that advice. There we go. That's 1,000 extra points. Just so I know, paper kite. That's easy enough to find. Hey, Rocket. Awesome. Also, shoutouts to Taika, the person who helps me every so often. The only problem is that we're not going to have any Nookmar tickets, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, one thing I'm super excited about is tomorrow on our stream, my house will be moved, so that finally means that we can finish this goddamn campsite. Yeah, I legit was also thinking, like, I need to go on eBay or Etsy or something and just get, like, either those NFC things that people make and, like, order them to be the amiibos I want, or just buy the amiibo cards of the characters I want. Because, like, it's getting a little ridiculous. Okay, let's just put these flowers somewhere that don't matter. So here for now. We'll capture this because we have a thing for it, and I think we'll just sell everything and go diving. We'll leave the popcorn machine around because that's kind of interesting. It's also a regular colored one. It's not like weird orange or something. I really don't understand when people say they hate this game or they don't like Animal Crossing, because it's like, it's so relaxing and chill though. I think it's because so many people are used to playing games where you play the one game for like 6 hours, but like you can still do that with Animal Crossing, so it's like... Yeah, before we go and go diving just for money and stuff, I would like to get the painting from potential painting from Red. Do I need any DIY things on my island currently? I don't think I do. I need to find a new outfit though. But yeah, that's awesome. Like, getting the amiibos is great because they also help you get more DIYs, which for me is like actually useful. Because I still need the garden bench, I think it's called. Avu? Oh, so is this just like a weekly selection of the same stuff? Because these have been the same thing this entire time. What do you have, Leaf? I almost read that as a different sentence, and I was going to say, what the hell is wrong with you? Oh my god, we got the hedge recipe, finally! The best recipe in the game. They're like in my town, and they're like, oh, there's a lot of hedges around. I have an idea. I'll copy myself. It'll be like the Song of Storms in 64. Yeah, so all of these are on a weekly rotation, it would seem. Well, that's fine. That just means I have more money for getting this bridge paid off. I like how he says, like, Pear Town, Apple Town, Orange Town, like, as if, like, there's only one, like, place that has pears, you know what I mean? Also, could you imagine, like, I know for Japan, they do this, obviously, but could you imagine, like, if you were like, I guess it's not actually that weird, I was kind of just thinking of it in a way that made it feel more weird. Like, the idea of, like, this is the town of, like, pears, where pears is everything, but then I was like, wait, actually, like, in Japan, they have, like, places where it's like, our apples are, like, the best apples, and, like, Oklahoma in America is, I think, the same, like, They have like really amazing and beautiful like apple orchards and like an apple museum, I think. So I'm like, actually, you know, it's not actually that crazy. Like, tropical areas obviously would have like, you know, the best pineapple and, you know, whatever, like in like a tropical area that's for tourism. So it's not actually that crazy. Oh god, no. That's for sure like, what are they called? Oh, okay. Yeah, umbrella octopus. Now I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds. I don't think so, but we probably could be. Okay, we are back. That's not it. That's not it. That's it. I do need to update that screen. But yeah, when I got the I think it was a birthday present. I got the Fire Emblem 30th, I think, anniversary. My sister was like, "Yeah, we gotta get it, and we'll get it together, and it'll be awesome." And it was super sweet of her. And in the guidebook, Marth has that pose that's in that waiting screen, and I was like, I need that as an image. It's way too funny. And then I did. How do you get the golden slingshot? I thought it was only 100, but I'm presuming it's over 100 slingshots. Well, balloons popped. Usually when you're playing a nice, awesome game like this, I feel like everyone kind of gets a chance to relax, which is really nice. Yeah, I went out there though, and literally Mum is like, trying to like play with the two dogs, and then Gertie's just like, no, I want it my way, and if it's not my way, I'm going to bark. So I figured out why they're barking. Gertie does not like sharing at all, and Pookie is pretty much indifferent to the idea of anything. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever, whatever. But then Gertie's like, no, if it's on my way, I'm gonna be very obnoxious. Which is interesting. Good old diving. I remember for so long I was so convinced we were gonna get like more than just diving. And then we only got diving, and I was very sad. Time to use the secret technique. Did you guys know that if you move very slowly on the water instead of like actually swimming, you're able to sneak up on really fast creatures? It's a little tip I learned. And I was like, ooh, that's actually very, very helpful, actually. Yeah, I think that bridge is a Zen bridge. That's probably why I also didn't want to work on getting it done, because it's going to be expensive. But yeah, I have a big course coming up that happens. It's like a 12-week course with 6 weeks of, like you go to a different place for like, essentially to show that you have learned the skills and then can do it in an actual workplace. So one of the things I'm really trying to focus on in like these few days I have is recording as many possible videos as I can. Yeah, the net is usually the best option because they do back into you, and they have to choose a direction, especially if you like extra corner them. I remember in New Leaf, it was actually such a pain. Did you know that New Horizons is the first game since the original Animal Crossing to not have a scrolling world map? I believe that's true, because I think Wild World on the DS has a scrolling world map. Oh, but does the Wii one have that? I think it does. I know the handheld ones do for sure. I just don't know about the Wii one, but I'm pretty sure the Wii one does. Because in the original Animal Crossing, it's just screen-based. Like tile and screen-based. Which is kind of like what they did here. Like, New Horizons is kind of like... not like a remake or anything, because obviously each game they keep... it's not like there's like a story anyway, but it feels like a reimagining of Animal Crossing to me, this game. Where it's... they're like, let's focus on like you having a space that's like a gridded space, and instead of like having transitions, like screen transitions, the player can just create what they want. The number one thing I'm sad about though, and I really hope they do a 3.0 update on the Switch too, I want to see like Copper back, you know what I mean? I want to see the dogs back. I want to see the return of like the Lost and Found, like just having the options for additional buildings and also increasing the map by a singular tile upward and rightward would be so cool. Like just getting like an extra set of tiles would be nice. Essentially giving us one extra tile of both height and length would be really nice, just to really balance out things. Have it be that maybe like you can have an extra 3 or so slots on the island and bring in like 5 things or something. It's like, oh, you really gotta, or not even maybe 5, like 2 things, and it's like you can have like an extra villager or something. Or you can have like lesser valued things, like you could have like a Lost and Found. And there's like other like old buildings and stuff. You could have the HOA be like an actual building. And you go in there and Digby and Lionel are there and they're like, oh, hello. And then you can like buy like furniture from the HOA, and the HOA like always sells furniture that will boost your house's rating or something. And it's like, oh cool, I really want to get the HOA thing, so you can go into the HOA and get assistance with that. There's like a lot of really cool things they could do and bring back. So I really hope that they do actually make a fairly big update to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Because yet again, it's just a game that really does need those like extra little like Animal Crossing always should have more updates, like let's be honest. How many are we at? Okay, we have one more line left. Let's see how much money we make from this. It should be a whole lot. Sea stars are actually the worst thing you can get, which makes not much sense. I guess they're maybe not like as edible as other things, but I think acorn, barnacles, and acorn, and starfish sell for the least. If they bring us a brand new Animal Crossing game, honestly, like if they give us like a new Animal Crossing game on Switch 2, I think it's gonna be a remake or remaster of an older game, so probably the first game. So it will probably be Animal Crossing E Plus Remaster. Because English-speaking people didn't get to access any of the e-reader content. Like you used to be able to go to another island, and like you do in New Leaf and this game as well, and be able to catch like coconut crabs and stuff like that. And I think it would be really cool for them to have like but at the same time, that just feels like it could just be like a DLC to this game, you know what I mean? Like this game is already so full and big with content and such. However, yet again, like if they were to do anything with Animal Crossing, I would want it to be more DLC, like a big title update, and like another month, like every season we get a big update for 3.0. So it's like 3, and then it ends with like 3.9 or something, And then the other thing I would really like to see is a remaster of the first game with yeah, because like the characters are so much funnier in the first game, and like visually the first game doesn't look all that good, but it would be really cool to see them. And if it was a DLC, we could finally have like lovely furniture, regal furniture, modern furniture, like all of these like types of furniture that are just no longer in Animal Crossing could just make their return. All the gyroids could come back, which would be absolutely awesome. It would be really funny to see people's reaction to small bass, black bass, and big bass. Like, you know, just like the really weird choices they made with like the fish and bugs that they introduced. And stuff like that. It would be really cool. Obviously, I'm someone who grew up with the original GameCube games, so obviously, like, that stuff is super, like, nostalgic for me. But I haven't, like, played it in ages. And if it was, like, if it is, like, DLC, like, they could even have it be that you can play Nintendo Switch Online games in Animal Crossing, similar to how you would buy NES games, and you would be able to play, like, a bunch of NES games on your Animal Crossing. Like, that could be a really cool thing. So, like, instead of getting, like, Donkey Kong as, like, an arcade thing, instead you get, the NES, and then you get the SNES, you know what I mean? And that would also be really sick, because one of the biggest complaints I have against this game is there's not really any, like, Nintendo content. Like, in New Leaf, you could get, like, a Metroid in a jar. You could get, like, the Master Sword. You could get Wolf Link. You could get Splatoon characters. Like, there were so many awesome things that really celebrated the fact that this is a Nintendo-owned series. And then in this game, it's like, here's Mario, take it or leave it. And I was like, oh, okay. So there's so much that they could easily do for this game that would be amazing. But, yeah, we just have to see if they do that or not. Any guesses on how much money this is gonna sell for? My guess is 51,000. I'll leave it here for a few seconds if people want to make their guess. Very freaking close. I almost got it spot on. The dogs are like now going crazy right outside my door. Awesome. So we'll see how much money this bridge needs, and I'll probably end stream here. And then tomorrow, I'll hopefully have every single thing that I want to have done. Yeah. Like, the early stuff is so important when it comes to stuff, because it's like, yay. Like, snooty villagers would be snooty and shitty to you. And then when you were their friend, they would bitch about other people to you. And it was so, like, actually real. It was great. And, like, yeah, I just don't understand why we can't have things like Wolfling and the Inkling Sisters, or whatever they're called. The Squid Sisters, or whatever. Like, those were such really cool, like, unique, celebratory characters to put in Animal Crossing that make sense as well. And it's like, we're taking them away, and all of the Nintendo stuff, and it's like, why? Like, even in the first game, they fully celebrated, like, like, it being a Nintendo-owned franchise. So it just feels super weird and jarring that this game is like, no, what do you mean we're Nintendo? No, we're not. Anyway, here's some Mario. But yeah, I think that will be it for this episode. I'm looking at the map and I'm like, wow, we've actually made a lot more progress than I thought we would. Like, I know most of it was like yesterday's progress, but just even looking at the map and being like, we're actually getting there is kind of crazy. So I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Sleep well, happy